So having got the information from the coaches, Tony, how does your first round look?
Okay, we'll kick it off with Bulimba and North, and I've gone for a 3-0 win to Bulimba over North. Secondly, St Andrews and University, thinking that may be a very close game, coming up with a 2-2 draw. Valley versus Commercial, predicting there that Commercial will come away with the biscuits with a 3-1 win. Redcliffe versus Labrador. We did the predictions before getting the coaches' input, so it came up with a 4-1 win to Labrador over Redcliffe, but I may be proven correctly very wrong with that one. And then last but not least, East versus Kedron. East, I think, were too strong at the beginning of the season with a 7-0 win over Kedron.
So based on your prediction, Tony, how does the first round look on the scoreboard?
First round gives us 4 teams on top of the league table: East, Labrador, Bulimba and Commercial, all on 3 points with 1 win. St Andrews and University, after their 2-2 draw with 1 point each, with Valley, Redcliffe, North and Kedron all then on 0 points.
Well, I've got a couple of differences. I've got Bulimba with a 4-2 win, but I reckon North will get on the scoreboard. University to get over Pine Rivers St Andrews with a 3-2 win at the start of the season. Commercial with a 5-2 win over Valley. Redcliffe and Labrador, I've split the round there. I've given Redcliffe the opportunity to put 2 in the net against Labrador, and again along the way, I think Labrador is just going to struggle to get going at the start of the year. So that homegrown advantage for Redcliffe, I think they'll share the points. And closer game, what I think with East having a few out in that first round game, but I've still given the win 4-2 over Kedron, which puts a little bit of a different perspective because of the goal balances there. I've got Commercial, Bulimba, East and Uni. Interesting enough, we've both called draws in the game, but I've got that as Redcliffe and Labrador, leaving Pine Rivers, Kedron, North and Valley to finalise round 1. Let's put them up there and see how we've gone each.
Yes, in the first game, Bulimba versus North, we both picked Bulimba for a win. You've got North scoring a couple of goals. Second game, St Andrews and University. You've gone for University over St Andrews. I've gone for the draw. Valley versus Commercial, both of us have picked Commercial for the win there. Redcliffe versus Labrador. I've picked Labrador to win, and you've gone for a draw. And then East versus Kedron, both of us have picked in East for the win. Then looks when we combine both of the predictions in the league table, fairly similar, with the first 4 very, very close. Middle 2 very, very similar, and bottom 4 very similar as well, Tom. So even though the score is a little bit different, predictions are fairly close. So
there you go, there's our predictions for round 1. Don't forget, Hockey Zone will be at Redcliffe to bring you that game. Tony Hurley will be up there. Games can't happen without umpires, so we just wanted to go through a few of the boys who will be there this year. Adam Kearns, who's been selected for World Cup in December, leading off the pack.
Then we'll run with Ben de Jong. Ben has actually been selected to umpire at the Commonwealth Games this year, which is a big tick for him.
Congratulations to him. Adam Barry just come back from a successful indoor tournament. Again, congratulations for Adam for that. You'll see him running around on the field this year.
Steve Rogers, he's actually been selected to 2 Four Nations tournaments in New Zealand.
And Aaron Godding, who was selected for his first AHL tournament 2017, back on the paddock again in the Brisbane League.
Then a couple of younger guys coming through this year. Hayden Newell, promising umpire, who's attended the Under-13 Nationals this year.
And Jason Maddox, who did the Under-15s last year.
Is that related to Jaron? I think it could be. Timmy Bosco, he's been in around the hockey circles for a long, long time. Promising umpire, so it'll be good to see Tim umpire again this year.
And the experience of Brad Mathers, Brad Carlin and Richard Arthur will certainly be on the paddock this year. Looking forward to another great season, which brings us into round 2 predictions, Tony.
Yeah, we'll quickly run through our round 2 predictions. First game, Bulimba versus Redcliffe. I've gone for a 4-1 win over Redcliffe. Valley versus St Andrews, the Saints 5-2 winners there. North and Kedron, 2-2 draw, it'll be a close game. Eastern Commercial, a 1-1 draw with that one. And University versus Labrador to round out the round with a 2-0 win to University. And how'd you go, Tom?
Well, I'll just have a look and see where your teams end up at the end of round 2.
At the end of round 2, I've got Bulimba on the top, 6 points. East, Saints and Commercial and University all on 4, and just a bit of goal difference. Labrador on 3, North and Kedron on 1, and Valley and Redcliffe yet to trouble the scorers both on 0 points.
Yes, I've also got Bulimba with a win over Redcliffe, Pine River Saints with a win over Valley. We've actually got the same score there, Tony, so it'll be interesting to see how we go there. I think Kedron will get the points over Norse. I'm going to tip Commercial to bring the Bacon over East in round 2, 4 goals to 2. And again, I think University will get on the scoreboard over Labrador in that second game. But we've still got those same 6 teams, Tony, at the top of the ladder: Commercial, Uni, Bulimba, Pine River Saints, East in that top 6. So it's all for Kedron, Redcliffe, Valley, Norse to basically start getting some points on the board.
So when we look at our predictions side by side, Tom, we've got a couple fairly close, and we'll just run through them. Both of us picked Bulimba to get up over Redcliffe. Fairly close with our predictions. Valley and Saints, we've, again, same score on that one, so very, very close. North and Kedron, you've gone for a 3-1 win to Kedron over North, where I've gone for a 2-all draw. So
yeah, I think that coaching of Browning is going to take a little bit to get going, but they've had the first game. I think the second game, the boys will be able to put the ball in the back of the net over North.
Yep, second last game, East Carina Leagues, I went for a 1-all draw, and you've gone for a 4-2 win with Commercial. Where do you think Commercial would come to with the extra goals?
Oh, I think again, the state of play with East probably having a couple away on that particular weekend, and the Commercial boys will just continue from last year and put the wood over East.
The last game of the round, University and Labrador, both of us have gone for a win for University. You've predicted Uni to score a few more goals.
Every now and again, the Uni boys come out there and happen to just jag Giles from everywhere, and I'm going to give it the second round against Labrador will be the time that you'll see them on fire. I've given them 5, but again, I reckon Brent Livermore still running around on the paddock will just be able to put a couple away against Labrador.
That then rolls us into our predictions after 2 weeks. And mind you, this is a few weeks before the season's actually started. And you want to just run through them, Tom?
Yeah, well, again, it changes, obviously, because we've got different predictions, but I see Commercial at the top of the ladder with Uni. And I know that's a little bit different, obviously, what my co-commentator has up there, but I just think after 2 rounds, they'll be certainly the team to watch. And it's those bottom sides that have got to get firing and get some points and get up there, which we'll see through the rest of the year. So that's it. That's our round 2 predictions, and look forward to catching you all on Hockey Zone, and make sure you stay tuned. We've got the odd couple coming up, the 2 Smith boys, and they'll be running through the BHA presentations.